Good evening, race fans. How are we this evening? Welcome back to Sunday Night Racing here at GRDC. This is, of course, the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 2. This is round 3, and we are at Paul Ricard. Now, a lot of people don't like this track. It's a bit boring, but it does always produce good racing. Really, really does. So let's just have a look at the current standings while the guys are getting warmed up in free practice. So, heading the pro standings at the moment is, of course, Super Swede David Lindblom. There's been no one really around to touch him just at the moment. Werner did a good job last weekend, but wasn't quite on the pace. So see what happens tonight. Nathan, currently second place, is not racing tonight. They have signed out of the round. We do have Richie Gasson, who's currently sitting 6th. That Nissan is looking pretty damn quick. So if we have a look at the standings. Now, this could get really interesting tonight. We've had Chrissy Wilson is currently top of the pile, and John Bunny Mitchell is second. Only a point splitting these two. They were really close and really went at it last week. Chris was unlucky, got a little bit wrong, a little tangled up, and lost some positions. But don't rule out Jacco either. Jacco looked very, very quick, especially in the second half of the race last week. So I'm sure he's going to want to get in amongst the top 2 battle. Jacob Curtis, sporting a new livery tonight, not in the Spurs one, a little bit disappointed, but there we go. He's only a few points behind Jacco as well. So we'll see how Jacob fares tonight. That Mustang, I'm sure, is going to be pretty damn quick, especially down that long straight. Evening, Jacco. Evening, Dan. So we've got 4 minutes left in quali at the moment. Just riding on board with Paul Sims at the moment, which is great to see Paul racing. He obviously finished second overall, last season. One of our club trustees. So he's joining us tonight. First round in Series 2. Now, one of our new guys who we know from elsewhere, Raul, is joining us tonight for his first race. Was unable to join us for the first couple of rounds. Kevin also joining us. Battling it out in AM. Six Porsches on the grid for tonight. Now, as always, Bunny gives it a little bit of, Bunny in the chat. Oh, not very fast here, not very slow, and then keeps improving. I can't go any faster. Then he improves. So it'll be interesting to see how John goes tonight. With that 1 point splitting him and Chrissy Wilson at the top of the AM standings, it'll be interesting. Now, Raul is going to be quite fast as well. So is he going to be able to take it to Chrissy Wilson? So on board with Paul Garnham. Where is the AMG? There he is, James. Oh, we've got a bit of time left on free practice. Let's just jump on board, enjoying the sounds of that big engine in that AMG. As Peyton wrestles it around. That big sweeping right-hander where so many issues can be found, especially after that long straight. People practicing their pit entry. That's what we like to see. So while we've got just under a minute left in free practice, I'll just bring you up to speed with what's going on at GRDC. So obviously most people will know that the AMS2 1.6 update is going to drop at any time. Trying to read between the lines a little bit. I saw a post from, I've forgotten the developer's name, who keeps posting on the about the development updates. I saw him to reply to a post just before, on Friday, I think it was. So reading between the lines on that, it looks like after the LFM test race earlier on in the week, that there is some things that they need to, I don't know, tweak, change, put right, address. I don't know, because obviously we don't know exactly what they are, but I read that from what he said. So I don't know if they're going to be doing another test race at LFM. Who knows? But we know it's soon. So the plan is, once the update drops, we will stop the Catering Cup running on Monday, because obviously the physics going to be a little bit different, except with the new tyre model and such. So we will bring that to a halt, and we will run community races on AMS2, testing out different things, testing out the server, etc. on a Monday night, a Wednesday night and a Friday night. And we will give it a really big test in every way possible. And then the plan for next year, should 1.6 be what we expect it to be, and I don't have any fears on that, seeing as LFM are all in by the looks of it, so that's encouraging. So the plan for next year will be to have a IMSA focused series, whether it is GT3, LMP2 or hypercars or multi-class. Can't confirm just at the moment, but it will be IMSA based. It would be great to have a multi-class main championship on a Wednesday night, but we will need to see, of course, what the numbers are. As the guy's just heading out for quali. Yes, so the idea will be to have ideally a multi-class main feature championship, which will be run on a Wednesday night. It will be broadcast with commentary. Who's out first. Paul was the first one out by the looks of it. So that's exciting. Looking forward to that. Then obviously depending on numbers, depending if we can do the multi-class. If we can't do the multi-class, we'll have to then work out what will be the best one. We'll run that on a Wednesday night to the main championship, and then we will run another smaller championship either on the Monday or the Friday that's not broadcast with commentary, and then the other day we will run like a mini championships of 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe once, and change them once a month so we can try out different car and track combinations. But let's get back to the action, to ACC tonight for round 3 of this Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series. So we've got Paul Sims is the first car out of the pits, and he's just about to start his first flying lap. Let's jump on board. Tricky first couple of corners here. Paul Ricard, so easy to get wrong. And this next little bit here is all about setting up, getting the right exit, carry as much speed as you can through this corner, up this long straight. Time to put your feet up and have a cup of tea. Freaking corner so fast. Just before you hit the brakes to navigate this awkward right hand at double apex. And this left hander normally produces a lot of overtaking opportunities if people go too fast into that double right hander. As he rounds the last corner, heads down to the start finish straight, crosses the line, produces a 1:54.9. Richie Gasson goes quickest now with a 1:53.6. Lindblom 1:53.2. Right, let's see if we can catch some people who's on a hot lap. Looks like Aero is on a hot lap as he comes down. To the last corner. Always find this quali to be the trickiest bit to commentate on. Right, but with a bigger track, hopefully we can catch the people as they cross the line. So Jacob Curtis has gone fastest so far in AM with a 1:54.8. As we're on board with Werner Skoman at the moment, going around the last corner. Crosses the line with a 53.7. Let's jump back on Paul. There's a gaggle of pro drivers coming round to finish this second flying lap. And everybody seems to be up at the moment. Paul Sims is up by 4/10 as he heads down to the line. Crosses with 1:54.5. Going to miss the gaggle. James is up a little bit, not much. Chrissy Wilson. Currently a 55.1. Crosses the line with a 54.7. Morgan currently third with a 53.7. He's nearly half a second up as he crosses the line at 53.3. Cracking lap. Right, now they're spreading out a little bit. Let's jump with who is really up. So where is Skoman at the moment? Skoman's just started a lap. Buddy Mitchell crosses the line, putting in a 56.3. Jimmy is a fraction up on his previous lap of a 53.9. Kieran 7 tenths up at the moment, 8 tenths up as he navigates the last right-hander. Still gaining time, about a second. I just lost a fraction coming out of the corner, but he's going to gain places as he jumps up to 16th overall, 56.1. Richie Gasson is not up at the moment as he comes around the last corner. Jimmy is a fraction up. As I missed Skoman taking pole. I do apologise, Werner. Crosses the line of 53.1. So he's nicked it from Lindblom at the moment. 7 minutes left in quali. Right. As Morgan heads around the last corner. He's 2 tenths up. He's going to improve. Takes pole with a 53 flat. Excellent. Jacco, currently 14th overall. Improves to a 54.5. David Sharp is not up at the moment. Who's at the back there? 59. Nico wasn't with us last week, but it's back this week. Currently 8-9 tenths up at the moment, a second up as he comes around the last corner. Where's this going to put him? Just 1.1 seconds up. So he jumps up to 16 with a 55.5. Who else is up at the moment? Right. Paul Garnham is 4 tenths up, currently 14th with a 54.9. As he navigates the last couple of corners. He's 4 tenths up. He's going to improve. He's just lost a fraction coming out of the corner, but jumps up to 12th with a 54.6. Right, who else is in the green delta at the moment? David is up. I'm not sure if this... I think this might be an out lap though, and it might be a timing. So we'll keep an eye on David because that is going to be the battle for pole. David Sharp, currently 23rd overall. 58.2. Coming around the last couple of... Heading down to the last couple of corners. Currently 6 tenths up at the moment. Gaining a little bit more to just lost a little bit going into that corner. Can he gain coming out of the last corner? He's definitely going to improve. He's 6 tenths up and gaining as he comes out of the corner. Great exit David got there. Currently a 58.2. Jumps up to a 57.5. Superb. Who else is up at the moment? Where is David at the moment? So he's heading down the long straight. Jacob is just aborted his lap. Lindblom still not quite up at the moment. Dead even on what he previously did. Who else is up? Chrissy Wilson is heading down the long straight. Just over 3 minutes left in quali. David Sharp having a good first sector, 6 tenths up at the moment. David just thought he's backed off, as he because of traffic perhaps. Jordan is having a good first sector. He is half a second up at the moment. David Sharp still improving as he heads through sector 3. So currently for AM, we have got Jacob Curtis on pole for AM, Jacco Van Eck second, and Paul Garnham third. David, he's just lost a bit of time. Renato's up a little bit as he heads down the start finish straight. Is there anybody? There we go. 7. Kieran's not up at the moment. James in the AMG. We know James, of course, quite well here at GRDC. A couple of tenths up at the moment as he comes around the last corner down the start finish straight. He's going to improve. Currently a 54 flat, cruise to a 53.8 and up to 6th. Right. Lindblom is 3 tenths up as he's coming through sector 3 at the moment. Let's jump on the bonnet. He's currently third at the moment, a 53.2 as he comes around the last corner. He's gained a little bit of time. He's 4 tenths up. He is going to improve. Takes pole with a 52.8. Did you ever doubt him? Did you ever doubt him? Right, Jacob's going around the first corner. Who have we got? Who else is improving at the moment? Nico. Currently tackling the big right-hander at the end of the long straight. Is currently nearly half a second up. Just lost a bit of time going through the last couple of corners. He's going to gain though about a 10th up on his previous best. A 55.5 17th overall. Right, so let's see who else is up. Chrissy Wilson, who's still in the first sector at the moment. As time has come, so it's all those people that are on their last flying lap. Jacco is also in the green delta at the moment. Evening Gazar. Hola. Andy Aldhouse is up as he comes down to the line, 11th overall. drops back to 12th overall. Chrissy Wilson coming through the last couple of corners. He's currently 3.5 tenths up though. Can he keep this momentum through the last couple of corners and improve on his 1:54.605 as he comes around the last corner? Oh, he aborted to something that's obviously got wrong there. Jules is 9 tenths up at the moment as she comes around the last corner. A second up, she's definitely going to improve. It's going to be a massive jump for her. She jumps up to 23rd overall. So let's just get ready for the race. So your pole sitter and leader of Pro is David Lindblom. Was there any doubt that he was going to make it to the top? He did leave it late. So we got Morgan second, Schoman third, Gasson fourth, Jimmy Engdahl fifth, Peyton sixth, Sims seventh, Waite eighth. And then we've got our first of our AM. On pole for AM is Jacob Curtis in the Mustang. 9th overall. Raul Pasta, 10th overall, is in AM as well. And Jacco Van Eck, 11th overall. He is in AM as well. So those three are going to be close together. Andy Aldhouse is 12th overall. But then you've got Paul Garnham and Chrissy Wilson, 14th and 13th respectively. So we've got 5 AMs there, nice and close together. This track always produces good racing. It can produce a bit of carnage at the first couple of corners. Let's keep our fingers crossed for a nice, smooth, clean start to the race as we just wait for the session to tick over. How is everybody doing tonight? Are we all good? Right, let's get back to the action. Evening, Robert. Right, so everybody's on the grid. Going to be an interesting battle. Is anybody going to be able to take it to Mr. Lindblom? That Nissan is bloody quick in a straight line. Schoman, who is sitting second overall in the championship, is going to be doing everything he can to get onto terms with David and take the battle to him, that's for sure. Jacob Curtis on pole for AM. A great performance in quali from Jacob. So we've got a gaggle of AMs sitting together. Raul's Asta's first race with us. So they're going to be wanting to have their say and get involved in that championship battle. As the guys head out for their warm-up lap. So getting ready for 60 minutes of racing. There is a mandatory pit stop for fuel. It is a 25-second refueling time. And if you want to take tyres, it will add 5 seconds of time to the pit stop. So keep your eye on the likes of Jules Flint, Rob Homer and Jacob. I have a feeling that they will be making their way through some of these AMs and trying to get back up into contention with the pros at the pointy end of the grid. Kev Walker is in the pits. One can only assume that he has not clicked start. Now, is Bunny Mitchell going to be able to get a cracking start and get up battling with Chrissy Wilson? Him and Chrissy Wilson, of course, leading the first 2 places in the AM Championship at the moment. Jacco, who is 3rd overall in the championship, qualified in front of him, but he has got Chrissy Wilson right behind him on the grid. So it'll be interesting to see how this battle unfolds. The first story, of course, is, will David have the legs in that Nissan to get that nice, safe buffer of a lead that he's had over the first couple of rounds? I think he had it easy in the first round, but with some fast people not showing for round 2 or round 3, it has perhaps made his life a little bit easier. Werner Skoman in the Mustang will have a say on that, I believe. He is very, very quick. But Mr. Morgan in the McLaren is trying to get his name put into that battle for overall honours as well. Okay, so as we head through section 3, coming to the last part of the race, the guys all getting themselves set up side by side to take the green flag when those lights go green. I'll do my very best to bring you guys all of the action. So, as they come around the last corner, heading down to the start-finish straight, waiting patiently for the lights to go green. Green, we are racing here at Paul Ricard. Let's keep an eye on this potential carnage first corner. It's so easy. Everybody making it. Just a little tap. That's all it takes. And there's a little bit of carnage going through there. It is so easy done. It just takes a little rub from someone, and so many other people can get caught up in it, as Morgan and Skoman battling out for second, but Skoman gets the better of it just as they come round the corner before the start finish straight. But look at the speed of that Mustang. He had a great exit. He's had to back off just a little bit. That's giving Lindblom the opportunity to just pull away at the front. He's already 1 seconds in front of Morgan. But look at the Mustang now looking down the inside as Morgan moves across to take the line, but the Mustang has the inside line and takes him. Looking back to the front of the AM battle, Chrissy Wilson is trying to set up a move on Jacco Van Eck. This is for P2 and P3 in AM. Jacob leading AM at the moment. Will want to keep Trevor Waite behind him, who is in Pro, but that's just a bit of a buffer that he could need to get a gap. Right. Jules trying to regain some places after the incident of the first lap. Let's see these battles unfold now. Keep an eye on the timing tower. As Chrissy is trying it. He's getting very close to the back of that McLaren. Lots of shuffling of places. It's quite hard to see what's going on the timing tower at the moment until everybody has gone round the track at least once. Raul has made a move on David Sharp. They've swapped places. It's got Ash Canty in front of him now. So let's see who is in the slipstream. We've got Aero making a move around the outside of Jacob's BMW. Jacob may be carrying some damage after the shenanigans of the first couple of corners. Raul gets past Ash Canty down the straight as well. The Ferrari having lots of top end speed. But we've got Nico almost side by side with David Sharp as they put lots of pressure on Ash Canty's Ferrari in front of them. So we've got Renato Ribeiro just going past Jacobs. Well, but he's right on the splitter of Renato, looking to the inside down into turn one. This is not a battle for points, this is a battle for track position. AM versus Pro at the moment. But Renato is managing to keep it in front at the moment, but that is enabling Aero right behind. GRDC Club trustee Aero Vizuri in the Porsche wants to get involved in this battle. He will want to be getting past Jacob and start battling with Renato for position. David Sharp has managed to get down the inside of Ash Canty to take 22nd place off him, but the Porsche is right in the slipstream. Moves to the inside. Looks like he's got the run. But Richie Gasson at the front has just taken position from Morgan. Let's jump back to this battle because this is now a three-way battle. They are side by side, three abreast as they head down to the corner at the end of the long straight. David Sharp backs out, and that also giving the opportunity for Kieran to get involved in this action as well. David Sharp back past Ash. Jules Flint trying to get past Jordan Canty and does so. Looks like they got the switchback done there. Let's jump back to that. The timing tower is going mad. Okay. We've got Trev Waite trying to get past Jacob Curtis. Two different classes. Aero is side by side with Jacob. The damage that Jacob has got, he's had to back out. Again, this is not a battle for points, that's a battle for position. But right in front of Jacob is Renato, who is in Aero's class. Is he going to be able to be close enough as they go down the long straight? Bearing in mind that Jacob is also in the slipstream of Renato in front of him. But Aero is nice and close and gaining. Just lifted and backed out as they approach the end of the long straight. Chris Wilson trying to set a move up on Jacco. Battle for second in AM, 10th and 11th overall. Right, so we've got 5 cars close together here as we just jump on board with Jordan just as he runs wide. Jacob running deep in the background. I think he's suffering a lot from the damage. Let's jump to the helicam to try and catch this, because 2 3-car battles starting to unfold. It's got a Raul has a very fast approaching Jacob Borowick, who is in pro, trying to get back on terms as we see Rob Homer trying to make a move on Jordan. So we've got a 3-car train in the tow at the moment. Let's just jump back as we've got Kieran Dwayne making a move on David Sharp. This is not for points, this is for track position. And looks like he's got the move done as they head up to the end of the straight. David slips back in to try and get some slipstream, but the Ferrari is far enough away now. So jump back to this 3-car battle. As Jordan trying to put pressure onto the rear diffuser of Jules Flint. Jacob battling hard to try to regain some positions. Side by side with Raul. As he head to the last corner. Not the best place to try and make a move. Jordan has got past Jules Flint. Let's just jump back 15 seconds and capture that for him. It's because Jules went deep. Sorry, Jules. Commentator's curse, as always. But what's happened there? We've got Raul. Let's just jump back 15 seconds and have a look, see if we can catch her. No, I've missed it. Something's happened there that meant Raul has pulled over. It looks like they struggled to get the car going again as well. Lots of action going on as we've now got James Payton 7th overall, trying to get, just not enough. Although that the AMG is quick out of corners, has a lot of grunt, it doesn't have the best top end. So we've got Jules now from the slipstream of McLaren, gets the move done down the inside. And moves up to 15th overall. While we have a little bit of a break in the action and the gaps, let's just check in with our leader, David Lindblom, 2.4 seconds in the lead. Let's keep an eye on the gap to second place, Bernard Skoman. and they try to reel that Nissan in. Richie Gasson in his awesome livery, his own Richie Gasson Racing livery, currently in third. Let's just jump back to the 10th overall at the moment, as we've got Jacco Van Eck pressuring the pro Aston Martin of Trevor Waite in 9th place, who is right on the rear splitter of Jacob Curtis's Mustang at the moment. Jacob will want to keep that Aston Martin between him and Jacco, as that is the second placed AM at the moment. Let's just jump back to the battle for 17th and 18th, as Jacob is now right in the slipstream of Rob Homer's Porsche. He looks one way, right in the slipstream, moves to the inside, but I think that damage is really hurting that BMW, because once he pulled out of that slipstream, he made absolutely no ground on Rob Homer's Porsche at all. But is he going to be able to get the move done down the inside? He does, but Rob is going to have the inside for the left-hander. Jacob covers it off, but he's got Jordan right in front of him as well. And he gets the move done on Jordan and puts some distance between him and Rob Homer. He's right in the slipstream now, as they go over the start, finish straight. Looks to the inside. I don't think Jordan will defend too much, as it's not a battle for points. This is a battle for track position. And the move is done. Rob Homer's now there, looking to get past Jordan as well. We'll keep an eye on that, but let's jump on to the bonnet of the Aston Martin. Lots of top end speed from the Aston Martin, as he is in the slipstream of the Mustang, but just not quite close enough yet to be making a move down the inside beforehand. But Jacco giving it everything, using as much as the track as he possibly can. Let's just jump back to Rob at the moment, because he's in this, not quite gained enough in the slipstream going down the long straight. So we'll keep an eye on this battle, as Jacco doing everything he can to try and disturb the flow of Trev Waite's Aston Martin, maybe force him in just a bit of an error to see if he can get past and see if he can get back on terms with Jacob. So these are the two closest cars on track at the moment. Let's jump on board with Chrissy Wilson to see if he can get a good enough exit out onto the long straight. It's not going to be close enough yet, but is Jacco? No, the Aston Martin pulling away from the McLaren. Let's just jump back as Jacob in his battered BMW in the slipstream of Jules Flint's BMW. This is a battle for points. I don't think he's going to be close enough yet. He goes to the outside. Jules does defend, but let's just jump back one more battle. This Rob just wasn't close enough. But Jacob trying to go round the outside. Can he set it up for a move down the inside of the left-hander? No, not close enough yet. For 15th position. Let's just jump forward a little bit on track, as we've got Trev Waite now still reeling in the Mustang of Jacob Curtis. As he is right in the slipstream at this time. Curtis moves over to the left to break the toe, so I don't think he's going to be close enough this time. Mustang just pulled out a 10th on the Aston Martin. Then, and the other, because he's in the toe as well, Jacco's McLaren is not able to take advantage of being in the slipstream. BMW versus BMW, Pro versus Pro, battle for 15th place. Jacob is right in the slipstream, but just needs to be a little bit closer earlier on in the lap. Is he going to be able to do anything again? He tried to go around the outside last time round. Is he going to be able to make a move this time? Not close enough yet. But George does run a little bit deep. It's just a little bit of rubbing of paint as they battle for position. Good defending from Jules, positioning the car well. We will keep an eye on that. But we still have this battle in front of them unfolding, as Trev is still trying to get a move done on the Mustang of Jacob Curtis, but it's just not close enough yet. Is he going to be able to get the run out of the corner this time? Going onto the long straight, Jacco is doing his best to make sure he sets up the run out of the straight. Who gets the best exit out of the corner? Trev just losing a bit of time to the Mustang out of the corner, but Jacco is gaining this time, close enough in the slipstream to get pulled along, but I don't think they're going to be close enough to make a move as they head around this long, tricky, fast right-hander. But Trev had a great exit off of the straight, just where Jacob didn't have quite as good exit. Just covers him off, but that means Trev has just lost a little bit of momentum going from that section as Jacob gathered himself, but that puts Jacco right in contention. And this is now, he's going to send it down the inside of the last corner. This is always a tricky place to do it. You don't want to be riding them curves because it really unsettles the car. Worth a shot. But lost all of the momentum that he gained. And that is bringing Chrissy Wilson right into play. These are the closest cars on track at the moment. There's a couple more people pitting now. So Jacob is in the pits to get that BMW repaired. Rob Homer is also in the pits. Renato Ribera has also pitted. Now Trev is right in the slipstream. That was a better positioned exit onto the long straight. He is fully in the suck zone. Jacob defends the inside. He does not want. Oh, just a bit of clipping, a little bit of a rear end, and that has lost Jacob the lead of Am, and has put Jacco Van Eck into Am lead, but he has Chris Wilson right on the rear diffuser. So we've had a change of positions for the Am honours. But that also means that Andy Aldhouse has been able to gain some ground on fellow pro driver Trev Waite, as he wants to try and get on terms and see if he can contest that 11th position. Everybody else still nicely spread out. The only other potential battle is Morgan, just under a second away, but Gasson gets a great exit and stretches that gap a little bit more. Right. Chrissy Wilson, is he going to be able to get a great exit here? The top end speed of this Aston could really come into play. He's 0.3, so he is in the slipstream, the perfect place in the slip zone, as long as he stays there and gains. He is gaining. Jacco breaks the toe by going to the outside, and it was just enough to leave Chrissy Wilson behind him. Morgan really now jump back to this. Don't want to miss any of the battles going on, but Morgan is putting the pressure on Richie Gasson. Gained through the last sector. Let's jump back to this battle. We will keep an eye on that battle for third place overall. Another battle starts to unfold as Nico Bonifen is reeling in Jordan Canty. We will keep an eye on that as well. Trevor Waite has taken to the inside. He's going in. He's pitting. So Andy Aldhouse moves up to 11th. Still needs to pit, of course. Just keep an eye on this battle as Nico really reeling in the McLaren of the younger of the two Cantys. As Paul Garnham now jumps into the pits. The cars starting to spread out just a little bit more for this phase of people going into the pits. So who will dare to make that 5-second gain in the pit stop and not take tyres? The other thing that always comes into play here at Paul Ricard is track limits. Will a drive-through penalty be the thing that decides podium finish here, as again Chrissy Wilson trying to get onto terms with the McLaren of Jacco Van Eck. Again, still not able to get a move done. Going down the straight, the McLaren will be running such low wing. Nico not close enough to put the pressure on to Jordan. So we've got race leader David Lindblom is in the pits. Jacob has just got past Kieran. Timing tower going nuts as it does when somebody moves into the pits and people go past him on track position. So let's just jump to this battle for currently third, as Morgan, as I say that, Nico is looking to the inside of Jordan's McLaren, but oh, he loses it. Such a tricky corner, especially with a low wing, as we saw in the background before the Porsche went off. That Championship Pro leader David Lindblom coming out of the pits. Pit strategy is always going to be good, and nailing your pit stop, as Jordan lets David go by, as that's not his battle. Pit stop's always going to make or break a race. Just that extra momentum you can find. So we see Richie Gasson going in there by braking too early before the line. Just practicing your pit stops is always going to gain you places. Right. Closest cars on track at the moment are Andy Aldhouse and Jacob Curtis. As I say that, Trev is out the pits and now has the BMW of Jacob Ulrich right there. BMW's not going to be close enough on the straight this time around, although he is gaining, but I just don't think there's going to be enough track for him to make the move. Look at the overrun he's got. He's going to chance it, goes to the inside. They are side by side. This is always tricky to go side by side around here. So much control over the car needed. But he gets the move done down the inside, but that does give Trev the inside as they go to the left-hander here. And Jacob just backed out a little bit there as we see Skoman now just moving past Jordan. Jordan making way nice and easy again. That's not his battle. Andy Aldhouse reeling in. Jacob Curtis still. Great performance so far from Jacob, our AM leader at the moment. David Sharp is now in the pits. Trev has got past, Jacob has got past Trev. It didn't show up on my timing tower. That Mustang so quick out of corners. So Jimmy Engdale's in the pits. Paul Sims is in the pits. So we're going to start to see the last half of the field pits, and then battles start to commence again. And Aldhouse now going to try and set. Move up, just gets a little bit of a wiggle on. Ash Canty has managed to get past David Sharp. Don't think the Ferrari is going to be quick enough this time around going down the straight. The Mustang got a better exit. Jules Flint is in the pits. So still 6 people left to pit, including our AM leader Jacob Curtis. Very nice new livery he's got. I'm a little bit disappointed the Spurs one's not in there this week. Now Gun Stanley livery. As we see Jimmy. Sweet Jimmy. As he's right in the slipstream of Nico Bonifant. Should make easy work of this. Nico not pitted yet. It's not his battle. Don't think he'll be putting up too much of a fight. And he doesn't. And Jimmy gets past nice and easy. But we've got Andy now right on this rear splitter of the Mustang. But the grunt that Mustang has got out of corners is eluding Andy's Ferrari at the moment, but he definitely seems to be stronger under braking. James Payton now in the pits. As they head down the start finish straight again. Not close enough again this time round. As the Mustang stretches his lead over the Ferrari down that long straight. We've got David Sharp now trying to reel in Old Man Canty. We'll keep an eye on that. Richie Gasson right in the slipstream of Jordan's McLaren. Jordan still not pitted. Oh, and we've got a drive through. David Scowen. That's going to be frustrating for David. That is going to be for track limits. As we see the Nissan go down the inside. Jordan's not going to defend. It's not his battle as he takes the position and moves up to a net 7th at the moment. As James Payton reels in the Porsche of AM driver Nico Bonifant. Nico still needing to pit. So Jacob is now in the pits. It will be interesting to see where he comes out. John Mitchell is in the pits. Skoman doing his drive through at the moment. That's going to be frustrating for him. As we jump back to the battle for 23rd place as David Sharp looks to get a move done just as Morgan comes out of the pits. Such potential for danger and an incident there. As where's he gone? There he is. Richie Gasson has now got Ash Canty in front of him. That is going to be a back marker. Ash moves out the way, runs wide to let them through. But we've got Morgan right behind Richie Gasson. He's going to use the back marker for a tow down the straight to try and get back on terms with the Nissan of Richie Gasson. Right. So, Jacco is out, but he's lost positions. He has lost positions. He was our AM leader. He goes in the pits, he comes out. He's 4th in AM at the moment. So, Jacco Van Eck is our current AM leader. who's got a 2.8 second lead over Chrissy Wilson, who's second in AM. And John Mitchell, John Bunny, I can't go very fast round here, is getting himself back on condition in contention for a potential podium place. We shall keep our eyes on that. Here's 7 seconds back from Chrissy Wilson, but currently in a podium position. He will be over the moon if he manages to keep that third place come the end of the race. Andy Aldhouse is now in the lead, so David Lindblom has taken over the race lead and he's looking bloody comfortable. Is there anybody that's going to bring the game to David Lindblom this season? We did have potential drivers. It looked that way from round one. But where are they now? They're not here. They wasn't here last week. They're not here this week. It is making easy work for David Lindblom. 17.6 seconds in front of Richie Gasson. Richie Gasson's not exactly bloody slow. Currently second. Morgan third. 1.3 seconds back from Richie Gasson. Right. Jacob Curtis was leading Anne before the pit stop. Is now reeling Bunny Mitchell in with 21.5 minutes left on the clock. And they've got the Pro Ferrari of Andy Aldhouse right in front of them as they head round the left-hander before the long straight. Is Bunny going to be able to stay in the tow of that Ferrari to help keep that Mustang at bay? The Mustang is super quick out of the corners and is gaining on the Porsche. What a run on the Porsche Jacob has got. He looks to the inside. Bunny is not defending. He's letting the Mustang go. I don't think he has the legs down the straight. Paul Sims, not seen anything, Paul. GRDC club trustee. Finished second overall in Series 1. It's his first round with us for this season as he was away on holiday, as he tries to reel in James Payton's AMG and start that battle for 5th position. We'll keep an eye on that, but we've got David Sharp putting lots of pressure on the Porsche of Ash Canty. But this battle between Paul Sims and James Payton is immediately behind these guys. We're going to have a battle in AM and a battle in Pro unfolding as we head down the start-finish straight. Let's jump to Helicam to try and capture all of this action. But the Porsche got the better drive out that corner onto the straight than the McLaren. The McLaren looks like it lifted a bit there to let these guys through. Ash lets them through as well. Great work from the AM drivers, letting the pros through and not losing track position either. David Sharp again trying to set up a move. Oh, he gets it all wrong. As we now see Jacob wanting to make some inroads on Chrissy Wilson. But first of all, he needs to get past the pro driver of Andy Aldhouse. Andy is nice and experienced. We know Andy from Sim Seniors and alike. But James now tries to put the pressure on Paul Sims. As we jump on board battle for 15th as Trev Waite is trying to put the pressure on to Jacob Borowick's BMW. As he come round the last corner, can he get the drive out to make a move into turn 1? It doesn't look like he's going to be close enough this time round. As we look back from the rear wing of Jacob's BMW, we'll stay with this battle. As they come around this tricky couple of corners before the long straight. Is Trev going to be able to set a move up? Jacob currently is not close enough to the BMW in front to be able to use the slipstream. Is Trev going to be close enough? Now he's in the slipstream. He's gaining. Jacob defends the inside. Moves back to the racing line. Not close enough this time round. Keeping an eye on the battles. We've also got the battle for 19th. As Nico Bonifen is trying to reel in Pro Pulse driver Rob Homer. Jump back to this battle between Trev and Jacob. Keep an eye on the delta between the battle between Homer and Bonifen. So let's just touch in with our race leader as well, who is also our fastest lap of the race with a 1:53.682. Very lonely race. He has stretched his lead to 21 seconds over second place Richie Gasson, but Rich has got Morgan less than a second behind him. We'll keep an eye on that to see if Morgan get back on terms as Paul Garnham makes way and lets Jules Flint, Jacob Borowick and Trev Waite through. It wasn't his battle. Sensible move from Paul, not wanting to get involved with that, as we see Porsche v Porsche, Adam v Pro, as they try. He does get the move. The Rob backs out again. Not his battle. Sensible thing. No point taking any risks. As again, Jacob defending the inside line from Trev. Not close enough yet, but Morgan is reeling in the Nissan of Richie Gasson. Now this will be interesting to see the such straight line speed of the Nissan. So quick at accelerating. It's giving it everything, but the McLaren is right in the slipstream now. Is he going to be able to make ground? He's not gaining on the delta. He is gaining. Yes, he is now. He's just enough momentum now. Richie Gasson defends the inside. Morgan looks to the outside. Gasson moves over to take the line and open up the corner. Just jumping back as Showman gets past James Payton. Down the straight, the Mustang using all of the grunt it's got. Showman trying to get some positions back after that really annoying drive-through. And talking of drive-throughs, we have now got Jacob Curtis has got a drive-through. That's going to be devastating for Jacob, who is currently was our AM leader before the pit stop, came out in 4th in AM. But now he's got a drive through. That is going to be a big blow to the points he will score today. But we've got Jacob now trying to make a move on Jules, gain some momentum, and pulled away just enough of the battle from Trev to start putting a move on Jules, and tries to go around the outside, but has lost a bit of momentum trying to get that move done, allowing Trev to get back in contention, as we've got Nico Bonifant right in the slipstream of Kieran Dwayne's Ferrari. Kieran defends the inside. Nico tries to go round the outside. And a little bit of a touch, then Nico saves it. But now can Rob Homer capitalise on that and get into the battle with Kieran, which is 4 points, as we see Morgan still trying to get onto terms with the Nissan of Richie Gasson. Not able to get it done down the straight. Lots of pressure around the bendier parts of the track, which will be the strongest part of the track for the McLaren over the Nissan. We'll keep an eye on this. We've got Trev trying to regain some ground on Jacob. Rob Homer has just made... Let's just jump back and catch that. Rob Homer putting the pressure on to Kieran Dwayne and looking like he got the move done. Just gets the drive out of the corner a lot better, and the move is done and dusted. Trev Waite really now pushing the BMW of Jacob a lot. He lost the momentum a couple of laps ago, which has allowed Trev to get back onto terms. Morgan, right. This time onto the straight. Is he going to be close enough? He is 0.4 away. He is in the slipstream. Is he going to be close enough? He's not going to make enough ground this time around. Can he use this part of the track where he's going to be stronger in the McLaren than Richie Gasson's Nissan to get back on terms? Rich doing a great job keeping it parked well, hitting the lines, hitting his braking points. He's not going to be close enough here. The drive out of the corners. Of that Nissan, absolutely fantastic, but not close enough yet. Let's just jump back here as we've got Nico and Jordan going side by side. They are trying to battle for position, but they do have race leader David Lindblom to let through as well. Managed to come through unscathed. Right, Skoman, after that frustrating drive through when he was in second position, can he do anything about this 5th position that is currently being held by Paul Sims. He's right in the slipstream. It's just where he needs to be. Is Paul going to defend? He doesn't defend. Skoman looks to the inside. All lets him go, really doesn't make it difficult for Skoman at all. Nico and Jordan side by side going over the start finish line. A little bit of rubbing the paint there. From here it didn't look like Nico gave just enough room, but the stewards will have a look at that as we now see Trev making a move round the outside on the straight, but Jacob has got the slipstream of the BMW in front of him. He said Trev's not going to get it done this time around. Morgan trying to make a move, but Trev looking to the inside. Still not able to get past the BMW. This battle for 12th, 13th and 14th now. Just keeping an eye on this one again between Richie Gasson and Morgan. As again in the slipstream. But he's not close enough yet. But let's just let's jump back to this. There was a battle unfolding there, but somebody's dropped away on the Delta. As Morgan again tries to look to get a move done on this double apex. Sweeping right hand. Such a tricky track. Part of the track this. This is going to be the best place to get a move done on these bendier parts of the track. Keep an eye on this as he gets a great exit. Is he going to try to make a move down the inside? Not this time around, I don't think, but we do have Trev Waite now side by side with Jacob. And again, the BMW just having enough down the straight. And that inside line enabling him to keep that position. As we jump back again, this position for P2 overall. As we are under 5 minutes left on the clock. Is Morgan close enough this time? Richie Gasson defends the inside. It was enough slipstream to bring Morgan alongside, but he's got the outside line now. Are they going to go side by side round here? Morgan has done, he's done a great job going around the outside. Gets to the inside, covers it off. Morgan has taken P2 from Richie Gasson. A great battle. That was going on for laps and laps and laps. And finally, the patience paid off and he managed to get the move done. Well done, sir. Just quickly jumping back to this battle still between Jules Flint, Jacob Borick and Trev Waite. Jacob now putting all sorts of pressure onto the rear spoiler of Jules Flint. Can Trev Waite take advantage of this? But I don't. He needed to be a bit closer as they went down the straight, because Jacob is right in the toe of Jules Flint's BMW now. Gaining. Jules defends to the inside. Jacob looks to the outside. Went to try and do a cut back. Switch back as he saw when he saw Jules move, but goes round the outside. They are side by side as they enter this really, really tricky corner. But Jacob gets the move done. I feel Jules just backed off just a little bit there, taking safety over anything else, but still has the inside line. But Jacob gets the move done. Well done, sir. But that battling has brought Trev Waite right back into contention now. Can he put enough pressure on to the BMW of Jules Flint to make a move? Will them two battling behind play into Jacob's hands and let him run away a bit? Not yet. This battle is not over. Far from it as we enter. It's just under 2.5 minutes left on the clock. This is a battle for 12th, 13th and 14th. They're going to tow each other along on the straight. Let's just check in with this as we've got Nico Bonifim trying to get a move on pro driver Kieran Dwayne. Aero and Renato side by side as they head into the last couple of corners before the start finish straight. Renato runs a little deep and Aero is past. Nico right in the slipstream, but not going to be close enough yet to get a move done, I would not have thought, as they head down to turn 1. These guys have spread out just a little bit now. Not close enough in the slipstream going down the straight. We have 1 minute left on the clock. Our leader, David Lindblom, is just coming down towards the end of the start-finish straight now. He is 23 seconds in front of Morgan in second place. Richie Gasson in third place at the moment. A great lap, multi-lap battle with Morgan in front of him. We'll keep an eye on when David crosses the line, but we've got Kieran Dwayne trying to get past Jordan Cansey at the moment. He's the closest 2 cars on. Ah, gutted for you, mate. You just shut down while serving a penalty. Oh, man. You had a rough day. You was doing so well. Feel for you, my friend. Right, let's just... David Lindblom crosses the line. Backs off just to make sure the race is over. Not one more lap needed. Well done. David Lindblom takes yet another win. Is there anybody that will be able to take it to David Lindblom this season? I put the challenge out there. Absolutely put the challenge out there. Who can bring it in? But Morgan comes home in second place. Richie Gasson third. Let's touch base with our AM leader, Jacco Van Eck. What's if they have crossed the line? It's all right. I'm just making sure the timing tower showed them as not crossing the line. Jacco Van Eck crossing the line and takes the win in AM. Well done, sir. Chrissy Wilson, another great performance from Chrissy Wilson, brings it home second in AM. And guess what? The unfortunate race from Jacob has given John Bunny Mitchell third place overall. Oh, but they're not showing up as finished the race. David Lindblom has finished the race, but the top, I think he stopped before the timing tower. What's gone on? David Lindblom is in the pits. He is moving down the order. Morgan is going to take the race win. David Lindblom crossed the line and the timer must not have stopped. He thought he'd won the race. Flashed his lights, taking victory. But Morgan is coming down to the last corner. I thought the race should finish as well because David was in the pits. Morgan is going to take the race win. Richie Gasson is going to take second place. This is going to add some points to this battle. Jimmy is going to take the third place on the podium. Skoman, after their drive-through, brings it back to a very respectable fourth place and making ways back up. Paul Sims crosses the line in fifth place. James Payton in sixth place. And here comes our AM leader. For the second time, I'll get him coming across the line. David Lindblom has thrown me out the sauce. Jacob Burritt's got a drive-through on the last lap. How annoying. Jacco brings it home, crosses the line. As the AM winner, Chrissy Wilson second. Buddy Mitchell is going to get his podium as he comes around the last couple of corners. David Lindblom is back out on the track. He's going to finish this race. He's not going to do it as a DNF. Well done, sir. As Buddy Mitchell crosses the line. And another podium for John Buddy Mitchell. Borrowick is going to have some time added because he's got the drive-through to serve. Jules Flint crosses the line. Oh, blimey, what a race, boys and girls. What a spanner in the works as championship leader, super Swede David Lindblom. It's the pits, thought he won the race, thought he had finished the race, but he had not. And he is tumbling down the timing tower. Such unfortunate. But what that does now make it a little bit interesting. There are going to be some high-scoring people. Mr. Morgan, Mr. Gasson, Mr. Engdahl. So that is going to put the championship back into balance. But I still put the challenge out there. Is there anybody out there that can tackle the pace of David Lindblom over race distance? It is yet to be seen. Well done to everybody. Superb race. As always, we have here in the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series here at GRDC. Fantastic. Ooh, I'm worn out now. I am off to get a drink. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't liked the stream, could you please like the stream? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, could you please subscribe to the channel? It does help us out. And we are doing this here every Sunday here at GRDC. We also have got AMS2 coming. We have got Wreckfest on a Saturday night. And of course, we've got our Luke Addison Racing Series here on a Sunday. Thank you very much. And I will catch you next week.